Mizraim is the Hebrew and Aramaic name for the land of Egypt, with the dual suffix "im", perhaps referring to the two Egypts, Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. Neo-Babylonian texts use the term Mizraim for Egypt. The name was for instance inscribed in the famous Ishtar Gate of Babylon. Ugaritic inscriptions refer to Egypt as Msrm. In the Amarna tablets it is called Misri, and Assyrian and Babylonian records called Egypt Musa and Mushre. The Arabic word for Egypt is Misr, and Egypt's official name is Jumhuriyat Misr al-Arabia. According to Genesis chapter 10, Mizraim was the younger brother of Cush and elder brother of Phut and Canaan, whose families together made up the Hamite branch of Noah's descendants. Mizraim's sons were Ludim, Anamim, Lehabim, Naphtuhim, Pathrasim, Casluhim, and Caphtorim. According to Eusebius Chronicon, Manethor had suggested that the Great Age of Antiquity in which the later Egyptians boasted had actually preceded the flood, and that they were really descended from Mizraim, who settled there anew. A similar story is related by medieval Islamic historians such as Sibt ibn al-Jawzi, the Egyptian Ibn Abd el-Hakem, and the Persians al-Tabari and Muhammad Qandamir, stating that the pyramids, etc., had been built by the wicked races before the deluge, but that Noah's descendant Mizraim was entrusted with reoccupying the region afterward. The Islamic accounts also make Misa the son of Abanzar or Basa and grandson of Ham, rather than a direct son of Ham, and add that he lived to the age of 700. Some scholars think it likely that Mizraim is a dual form of the word Misr meaning land, and was translated literally into ancient Egyptian as Tarwe by early pharaohs at Thebes, who later founded the Middle Kingdom. But according to George Syncellus, the Book of Sothis, supposedly by Manethor, had identified Mizraim with the legendary first pharaoh Menes, said to have unified the Old Kingdom and built Memphis. Mizraim also seems to correspond to Misor, said in Phoenician mythology to have been father of Tarautus, who was given Egypt, and later scholars notice that this also recalls Menes, whose son or successor was said to be Athuthis. In Judaism, Mitzrayim has been connected with the word Mitzah, meaning sea strait, possibly alluding to narrow gulfs from both sides of Sinai Peninsula. It also can mean boundaries, limits, restrictions, or narrow place. However, author David Rohl has suggested a different interpretation. Amongst the followers of Messiah Kasher, Cush was his younger brother, in his own right a strong and charismatic leader of men. He is the head of the Falcon tribe, the descendants of Horus the far distant. The Bible calls this new Horus king Mizraim, but this name is, in reality, no more than an epithet. It means follower of Asr, or Asar. Mizraim is merely Mizraim with the majestic plural ending, im. Likewise, that other great Semitic-speaking people, the Assyrians, called the country of the pharaohs, Mushri. Bibliography. Brooks, The History of the Hebrew Nation. From its origin to the present time, R.B. Seeley and W. Burnside. First one equals missing, last one equals in author's list.